officers deviated from the guidelines by failing to enter the results in Form EC60E and post them on the wall as required. In none of the units observed was the result of the polls posted on the wall. In fact, in Lagos, police staff confirmed that Form EC60E was not even brought to the polling units. Secondly, while the result sheet for EC8A was duly scanned with the beepers in all the units observed, the results were not uploaded to the INEC in real time as required. In places where polling staff were held hostage by voters until the results were uploaded, they ended up uploading the results offline. Nonetheless, in such units, mostly the results of the senatorial and the House of Representatives elections were uploaded. The presidential election results were not uploaded. Credibility and integrity issues. We observed that in those polling units, accreditation and voting took place transparently, though we acknowledge instances where secrecy of ballot was violated. Results were also counted transparently and entered into for EC8A transparently. By contrast, the transmission of results failed the transparency test. According to the Electoral Commission, the transparency of result transmission and indeed the integrity of the 2023 electoral process was staked on the real-time electronic transmission of results to the INEC portal. However, in the end, the Commission resorted to manual collation of results. Having observed elections in Nigeria closely since INEC introduced the utilization of electronic devices in the electoral process in 2011, stakeholders have known that the process of manual collation of election results at the ward, local government, and state levels is a practice that is susceptible to rigging and manipulation. The spirit behind the requirement to upload results in real time directly to the INEC portal is partly to prevent the coercion and intimidation of collation officers to manipulate election results. We note the reason given by the Commission for its failure to transmit results in real time, that is, technical glitches/glitches. But we also recall the INEC chairman's statement at Chatham House on January 17, 2023 regarding the beavers facilities and the portal, which he stated were controlled by high-tech serving personnel. Citizens therefore had hoped that the Commission, with such high IT competence, would have anticipated the volume of activity on the INEC portal and made provisions to accommodate it. The fact that results were not directly transmitted from polling units, nor posted on the walls, and the recourse to manual collation of results has created a huge credibility crisis for the Electoral Commission. Conclusion. The high expectations of Nigerians for a credible, free and fair elections have not been met by the election held on Saturday, February 25, 2023. Rather than improve on the credibility deficits of the 2019 election, the recent election seems to have increased them and weakened the process further. We therefore urge INEC to do all that it can to restore confidence in the electoral process. We acknowledge the different forms of support, both material and financial, from various international agencies, development partners, and friends of Nigeria in their efforts to deepen democratic values in our country. We commend civil society organizations especially those in the civil society situation room network, for their tireless efforts to improve the integrity of the electoral process in our country. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you. That said, we have just given an interim brief as to the conduct of the 2023 general elections. We will be expecting time, whatever the process will be, they will be receiving all the advice they need to do that. On our part, we just continue to be the watchdog of the society, the voice of the voiceless, and of course the soul of the soulless nation. We pray that hopefully we'll get things better come the 11th of March. Thank you.
I think we said that earlier, that rather than lamenting and feeling sad and wringing their fingers, what stakeholders and citizens, civil society groups, and other pressure groups, what we should be doing now is engaging with INEC to ensure that what happened with the last election does not repeat itself. And I think the responsibility is for all of us, but as for us in civil society, we are taking that up. And I am sure that JDPC doing our community-led projects, we're doing that as well. Because what we do on election days is not just to observe and collect incident reports. We escalate to INEC and get INEC to provide resolution of the issues. And we are continuing to do that now. We've been waiting for them since the chair said they wanted to complete this process that they started, which was concluded at 4 a.m. today. So already we have reached out to INEC. We haven't gotten a response because I'm sure they are still busy. We are going to immediately get to it with respect to that. I think that is all. I'm going to leave the rest to further to address. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, basically, I think a lot of the responses that she's given will most generally cover for most of the questions that have been asked. Just to touch on the situation room, like the overall body is the Caritas Foundation of Nigeria and JDPC. And we do have a situation room situated in Abuja. The local JDPCs across the country, they are allowed to have just some minor setup around where they can communicate to the central office. And we did that, we've always had that, but not on a full-scale basis because there's no point in multiplying realities without necessity. Since we already have the official situation room and we just communicate directly with our Abuja office, and then from there they escalate and they do what they need to do. Someone talked about the lack of technical know-how. I think we touched on it. I think it was also some of the feedback. These are some of the feedbacks we have to take back to INEC. I was a bit surprised that some of the ad hoc staff and the polling officials were probably seeing the feedbacks probably for the first time. I was a bit shocked. And then for some who didn't know that they had to also fill in the results, at first they were collecting the results in a jotter. And after they were done, I kept watching them. And as observers, you are not supposed to comment, you are supposed to observe. But I said, I was just observing, and I was noticing that these people were doing the complete opposite. So I approached them at the table. I said, I hope you are supposed to fill this in. You have a result sheet. He said, oh, sorry, we forgot. And of course, everybody felt, hope in the record, and there was a jotter there. And they were writing some jotter from one marriage ceremony. They were busy filling in the details there. So I think INEC will probably have to do better. And maybe going forward, we could also suggest to INEC, maybe on a permanent basis, because you see that every 4 years they have to change the polling officers, because a good number are youths, are core members. So when they are done with this, they are gone. And then in the next 4 years, you bring a new set and probably train them twice for 1 hour, 2 hours, and say you have trained officials. And most of these persons simply want to go and get money. A few of my friends who actually went down there today were like, there is no cash. So let's see if INEC will pay us. And so they applied. And for some, it was more part of the reasons that we got for the late arrival of materials. But because the officials were insisting that they had to be paid their training allowances before they would go to any police station. So we meant that they had not paid them. I have no good authority as at this morning that some of those who were who observed or who worked for INEC in Lagos have not been paid. And so be sure that if they are not paid before the 11th, we might get even more delays. And trust the average young person. This time they might want INEC to pay both at the same time. Because after the 11th, no more election. Because if not take them now, it's having dates after. I said, no, if you don't pay us our full money, we are not going anywhere. So this may just be some of the challenges as well. Someone did talk about prosecution of offenders. I think it's very, very important. I'm grateful to God that I'm here today. I was attacked on the election day. They threw bottles, not one, at me, but I would say it's the whole touch of my anointed or something. God just helped that protected me. But, and you know, it's an area that I was familiar with. So I was very confident, and the people around there knew me. So when it happened, I was a bit shocked. But like the lady who went and came back, I also went and came back. You know, I came back and I observed the elections in my polling unit till the end. And I will also lend my voice to thank the official, the security operatives, especially the army. They picked up one of them, who is currently, his friends are begging me, appealing to me, that I can speak to the police so that he gets released for what had happened. But that's, I think the army had done well. But such an individual needs to also be prosecuted. And beyond just being a talk, or beyond just the talk, I think we also need to take it a step further. Some of the our late doctored results that we have seen, not tallying with what we have, and what was uploaded on INEC. So the persons who are responsible, they also have to face the music. And some were so ridiculous that you find that somebody changed, altered the figure, and forgot to change the words. You know, so it became so glaring that something must have happened here. So I think we need to, we would also have to put that as a front burner issue. Someone was talking about the leaders will not be jettisoned. And I need to add this. I don't think we had electronic voting. No. It wasn't electronic voting we had. It was just electronic accreditation or verification. That was all that we did. It wasn't voting. The beavers only stored the names or the data of the registered voters. And that's why you notice that the cards were not scanned. The beavers is not commissioned to scan the card because that would have amounted to maybe proper e-voting and things in that direction. It was just to scan your fingerprints, that's all, to be sure that you are in that polling unit or you are at the right place. So if your fingerprint was not captured or it's not identifying your fingerprint, at least to see there'll be a facial recognition. So it was just for the purpose of accreditation. The voting was still the same manual voting that we were all used to. But then the beavers, the way the beavers was supposed to be the game changer is with regards to the real-time uploading of results from the polling units. And that's where all of this confusion came about. I'm sure a lot of conversations will still go around because even what we have on the the IRF currently, it is not pretty to look at. Yeah. You know, you go there, you have to start scrolling the same piece of paper. I was actually thinking that when I go there, what I'll find will be proper data sets where you can easily see it at once. But now you have to scan. Is it scan or not scan? And you take picture. It's not scan. You snap the results and just upload it. And even some of us with normal phone, you can't snap picture very well. Now you have to snap, and some of the writings were not so clear. So even when you are looking at it on the beavers, you have to keep trying to, what is this one? And then it's a bit, you know, clumsy. I think that's the word I'll use. The uploading of the result. So I'm sure INEC will do something about it. This will be some of the things we have to let them know. So we have to look at the best way to upload those results. How can it be aggregated, and then the data, you begin to see proper data sets. So at first glance, you can easily interpret what you are getting from each polling unit. Because like the way we think, some you click, you see somebody's face. You click, you see somebody's bathroom. You just post whatever pictures they want there. So I think these are some of the things that we need to do. Sometimes sister was talking about peaceful protests. Is that right? Yes. But we are not the one to tell you to go and protest now. So if you think if you feel like protesting, that's okay. I don't think I'll come and say yes, we're going to like this is what you just said. Here is a preliminary report. It's not for agenda setting. What we'll do going forward, some of us are still trying to take this in. Yeah. So let's just absorb it. Yeah. And, you know, go through the motions, you know, a lot of, so that you don't make rash decisions. And like Elder here talked about which stakeholder, is it PDP or Labour? Sure, JDPC is purely non-partisan. CLP as well is purely non-partisan. So we are not identifying either with Labour or with PDP or with APC or with ABC. No. We're standing for the truth. We're speaking on where there are infractions, whether it was committed by APC or PDP or Labour or APC or NPP. We're going to speak out against it. So if whatever we are doing, if any of the political parties believe that they can get certain credible piece of information from us, well and good, they can come. I can tell you that some have approached me and have asked if we have evidences from the field and they can use to go to court. So that is the extent to which we can lend them support if they need anything from us. But trying to identify and say, we don't agree, we join with and cancel election. No, that's not what we're doing. That's not what this is. That's what this is about. And of course, the recruitment process, as talked about it, there was a lot of maladministration and the religion of duty. So many things were wrong with this process.